Hi, I'm Dan Raywood at IT Security Guru, here with Gary New from F5 Networks. Gary, F5 recently acquired Versafe in the web fraud space. We're talking about web fraud here. This is the concept of setting up a man-in-the-middle software, isn't it, that picks up traffic. One of the problems we have with this sort of technology is that we tell consumers to download some things, but not the others. Do you think people are going to be confused by some things like that?
I think people are already confused by stuff like that, because they hear every day, well, the bank will never ask you for this information, the bank will never ask you to send you emails containing certain information. So I think it just further confuses it when they ask them to download specific software that may or may not protect them. Then how do you know if it is from the bank? How do you know if it's, you've already been attacked and it's an attacker trying to get you to download some software? So it is a very confusing message.
So this acquisition, how is this going to strengthen F5's offering as well as your application offering?
Yeah. So in September 2013 we acquired an Israeli company called Versafe, and they created a very unique product in the web fraud detection market. And what it is, one of the primary reasons we acquired it was it's a completely clientless solution. Okay, so it doesn't force users. It gets over that question of trying to, should I download it, should I not download it. It's completely transparent to implement for the organisations as well, and that was unique in the market. And when we added on to some of our other application security solutions and DDoS solutions, it kind of completes the whole picture. Okay, so it allows us then to help our customers offer their customers additional protection, help our customers protect their own infrastructure and their own applications and their own customers' data as well.
And just finally, about being clientless, is that really important for this kind of technology that doesn't require any sort of intervention from the user who needs to think about what they're doing or be alerted to these things?
I think it does, and I think it's going to become more and more important when it comes down to, well, who has the duty of care for this? Okay, can we put it all onto the consumers? Can we say, well, Mr. Consumer, if you're not clever enough, or if you click on the wrong email, I'm sorry, it's your own fault. Or do the organisations like financial institutions, do they have a duty of care for their customers to make sure that when they're transacting on their websites that everything is secure and everything's going to be okay? And I think the answer lies in the middle. I think the fact that it is clientless makes it very, very easy to implement and removes that question from the consumers and removes the question from the banks as to whether the consumer has, or the financial institution, whether the consumer has installed it or not. They can just get blanket coverage straight away. They can be sure that they've given as much protection as they can to their own customers without it having been a choice to the customer, or a confusing choice for the customer to download it or not.
Yeah. Oh, that makes absolute sense, because otherwise it's the bank's duty to try and educate, and or for the consumer to learn. That's what's going to be tricky, isn't it?
Well, it is, and then, well, is it the bank's duty to educate consumers on net savviness? I mean, whose duty is it? I mean, I guess if we want to talk about very recent news, I mean, I think every person has a duty of care to protect their own information online. We can't be relying on everyone else. We can't be relying on all the cloud companies, the financial institutions to protect our data. We've got a duty of care to do it ourselves. But at the same time, these companies have a duty of care to protect their own consumers as well.
Absolutely, understand that. All right, Gary, thanks for your time.
Okay,
thank you.